I'm Scott Ferguson, the Crop Control Manager at Len Busch Roses. We've been in business since 1965, and Len Busch, the founder, started it here with this greenhouse that we're in right now. Since then, we've grown to be 13 acres under glass. We do all of our cultivation indoors, year-round. My favorite part about the job is using my data and using my equipment to grow these plants and to be in the cutting edge of the greenhouse industry. Well, what we did was converted an unproductive greenhouse that was in benches to this flood floor system in order to increase our potted crop production as well as to make uniform heat throughout the crop. Biotherm helped us provide the solution for all of what we needed here, including the drawings, the water return system, and everything we needed to make this project a success. During the install of this system, we were able to use a thermal camera from FLIR in order to see the heat that the plants are experiencing. Through using that, we were able to see that a couple of the installed lines were crossed, and we were able to make it super uniform for the plants. And plants experience heat like we experience the environment, and so making that change and also changing the min and max water temperature on the system was able to make the plants really uniform. Here's our cascading flood floor system. We have all the zones barriered off with this barrier, and what we're doing right now is we've turned the valve on. You can hear the pump come on, and the water's coming out of this area over here. You can see it's a nice thin film of water coming through, so when the plants are on here, it makes it super uniform. We can adjust the amount of time that it uses from anywhere from 3 for a small irrigation. Sometimes we do even a 5 or an 8-minute irrigation, and the water uniformly waters all the plants. When it comes down here, it'll come into the drain pipe and go all the way back to be filtered and reused. This is our hot water heat system. What happens here is we take our steam, which comes from our boiler, and we exchange it with this heat exchanger. These are the pumps for our return water system. So the water coming back from the flood floor comes up through these pumps. It gets filtered through our filtration system and back to be used again. And through our control system, what we can do is set a minimum and maximum water temperature and then use our pump to put that water through this HDX tubing into the floor. It's a really nice, gentle floor heat to keep the root zone warm, radiate up to the plants, and dehumidify as well as keep our plants warm and active. Biotherm's great. Actually, we're getting a new system for a cut gerbera, and we were able to get a quote in a couple days. They did all the calculations for us. We really designed a system that was a little bit different than I thought they were going to come up with, but is really going to make a huge difference for our cut gerbera crop. Yeah, I couldn't recommend Biotherm enough. All the solutions from dehumidification to flood floor irrigation and the hot water system has just been spectacular. It's also integrated really well with our Priva system, so we can control it from our desktop. It's been spectacular.